And with that said, let's get on with it. Welcome back, humans. It's Wednesday, and I'm back with a middle of the week vent session for everybody. And before I get started, I would like it if you guys could hit that like button and hit me with a subscription. I'd really appreciate that. And turn on that notification button so you never miss an episode. We drop one every Wednesday and Saturday. And let's get on with it. So stuff's been going crazy. I mean, I'm sure you guys got an update by now. By the time this comes out, y'all will know that, they got it done. You know what I'm saying? So they are a lot of crazy stuff, like I said, popping up all on the internet all last night. Like I was tripping out because it's like you don't know who to believe. You know what I mean? Like I was ready to throw my computer down because like I had to shut all my internet off. I started watching like cartoon movies and shit because everything was just being crazy. I didn't know what to do. I was getting like, when they like pull you from limb to limb, dude. Like I didn't have no more limbs to pull. Like I was getting pulled in every direction. You know what I'm saying? But the right one probably. You know what I'm saying? So I was just going crazy. Like I'm trying to watch a video and then you see a little pop up like so-and-so, this and this. And they were like, boom, the Pope gets arrested on 80 counts of, bad stuff. I'm like, what the hell is this going on? And like, the media was just like pounding people with every crazy shit going on. And they were just throwing all these crazy stories out left and right. And it was just like, you didn't know what to do. I was just like spinning. My head was just like on a swivel. Yeah. I was like, I should have just watched some sports like a normal person would. You know what I'm saying? But then I can't even watch sports because, like I said, my teams ain't even that damn good. I mean, I still do it. I still put myself through it. But, I mean, it's not that enjoyable, humans. Sometimes you could do without something like that. Just one time. That's all I'm saying. But I had to turn the computer off because I started, like, as soon as all that shit started, I went down, like, another rabbit hole, y'all. I went down this crazy rabbit hole and, I started looking up like crazier shit. Like I went through like, I like conspiracies. I really enjoy them. I may not like explain them the best, but I really enjoy them. So I apologize for that, but I have fun. I have fun with them. So I'm going to do it. So I was looking around and I found some that, you probably all heard of some of them and some of these I really didn't hear of, but there's some of these like basic ones that are here that I was going to share with y'all that these are some conspiracies that I may have heard, but not vaguely, you know what I mean? They're not like something I would go follow because I like all that alien and crooked corruption kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So here's some that I found that were pretty interesting. Katy Perry is actually John Benet Ramsey all grown up. And I'm like, really? The little fashion lady, the little, or whatever the hell she was, the fashion little pageant girl that went missing, that's her all grown up. And people were like, I was looking at this and like people were doing like computer generated things on how she would look when she was grown up and like crazy, creepy shit like this. Like people went deep. I applaud like the work y'all do to get some of these stories out because that's amazing. Because like some of that shit you make, for a minute there, I will believe some of that stuff. I'm serious. Yeah, no matter how crazy the shit is, you will fool me for a minute. Like if I'm by myself, it's a wrong mixture. You know what I'm saying? Because I would just sit there and like, man, what if? You know what I'm saying? Like just all kinds of creepy stuff. And then like when the pictures look, it's crazy. And then they show her parents, and I guess like the parents look like identical same parents. So you get all that creepy combination. You know what I'm saying? So that one really blew me away. Like that fucking lady who sings fucking what is that? I Am a Warrior or something like that. Or Lion, you're gonna hear me roar or some shit. Her. They're saying that she is that little model that went missing for that she was supposedly murdered. And they like question all the family members and nobody know what's up. But now everybody's going to the bank with Grammys with her as Katy Perry, aka Benet Ramsey. She just ramsalled on all y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's how smooth it was. She just pulled that crazy cloak and got it done. She got the job done. She Big Daddy Kaned it. She went to work and got the job done. You know what I'm saying? If that shit is true, man, that's a crazy hustle. That's a crazy hustle right there, man. That's crazy like Epstein Island type shit. Because Look how long that dude ran below the curtain or behind the curtains. You know what I'm saying? Making billions. And, I think he was a billionaire. I don't know. Making millions, I know that, a lot of money. And so this would be some crazy hustle type stuff. If you ask me, like, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? It's bananas. So there's another one going on. This one I thought was super funny. And then when you see them together, you're like, man, how old is she? You know what I'm saying? You probably know what I'm talking about right now. So they're saying that Beyonce's new baby isn't her real baby. That Beyonce's real daughter was her so-called sister, Solange Knowles. Beyonce Knowles and Solange Knowles. I don't know if I said her name right. Solange. It looks like Solange. Like I said, I'm bad at that name stuff. But at least this time, I got my little tablet or my little iPad over here for referencing. So I can at least like try to say it because it's in my face. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really funny. So they're saying that her daughter ain't her real daughter. That her sister supposedly is her daughter, and their parents, I guess when they were younger doing Destiny's Child type shit, I guess she had a kid at a young age, and they wanted to cover that shit up. And so they kind of hid her out from everybody and did that kind of stuff to so she could have her career and stuff like that. I mean, if that's crazy, that's another bomb hustle. Like you just hit a kid like Harry Potter style till she was like big enough to look like your sister or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you had her under the stairs and shit, just like fed her when people were around, because paparazzis was everywhere. If your kid was famous, you know what I'm saying? That group was famous as hell before she went solo, and she blew up even bigger. But that group was huge. So there was like paparazzis there where you had to hide a kid like Harry Potter style. So Solange was probably just hid under the stairs and like thrown little leftover scraps. Kind of crazy that her mom or sister would do that. So yeah, that's another one. I thought it was fucking nuts. I thought I was all blown away. And then it's one of those reads where you're reading the article and and then they say like they're talking about in what year it happened and blah blah blah. And you're like, what? And then that's that time when you're by yourself or like myself, and I'm like, maybe it could happen. And then I get back to reality after a few minutes. I'm like, then I get like a scratch record sound or something like, woo, and then I got to get back to normal. Reality reels me back in. You know what I'm saying? But if that stuff was really true, then those little moments where I was like, whoa, wouldn't be so judged. I mean, I'm judging myself because I usually have them solo. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody there when it happens. But yet the judging still goes on. So, I got another one. Let me just find it again. I just lost it. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. So they say that Nicki Minaj, all right, I never heard of this one. I don't know if you guys have. The other ones I kind of heard little stuff about. All right, but this one, I never heard of this one. So they say that she supposedly wasn't really rapping on her records, y'all. That it was Jay-Z's voice slowed down. Once again, bravo to the people that put this evidence together and like literally put the time to slow down a fucking album and make it as hard as you can to fucking sound like Jay-Z. You slow anything down, you're going to change the voice a lot. They were saying that was him rapping, and they like changed the pitch on his voice to sound like her and used her on the records. What do you think about that one, people? What's up with that, humans? That's a little suspect to me. I think those humans weren't being all as honest as they should be. You know what I mean? They should come forward with that one. Plus, I don't think Jay-Z would rap that whack because I don't think her rhymes are that good. I thought the monster verse was good when she did that. I'm a motherfucking monster. I thought that was a dope-ass verse. Like, in my opinion, I thought it was a good-ass verse. Thought that shit was an awesome verse. But, like, her other music came out, it wasn't all that to me. You know what I'm saying? But when she came out with that monster song, I thought that was sweet. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I thought she flowed hard in that one. Then she came up with the bottoms up, and then it was like, what is this? You know, and then it started kind of changing for me. You know what I mean? But I thought when she dropped that verse on that monster song, and she was like, I'm a motherfucking monster. Like, I thought that was a hot verse, for real. That was a good one. And then, but you never know on that one. That's pretty wild. That's pretty trippy that they would go that far to go in to those lengths to just drop that kind of shit. Like, when you slow it down, or when the lyrics are backwards, there's a confession. It says that Jay-Z did it. You know what I'm saying? Like when they say like the Tupac records, we listen to Machiavelli and certain songs and all those, and like other records too. They say there's like messages and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, man, that's crazy. Like, who like is that smart that they know when they're gonna say like a sentence I just said, like the sentence I just said, you know, and then if you play it backwards, it says something like, you know, follow Satan, you know, something stupid like that. You know what I'm saying? Go dark, you know, go to the dark world. You know what I'm saying? And all I said was, you know, have a great day, humans, you know, and that's what people said I'm saying in reverse. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. That's what's crazy about that shit. But you never know, man. Like I said, people get creative. I appreciate it all because it's entertaining. Like I said, y'all catch me slipping a lot. Y'all get me stuck in there like, maybe this did happen. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me try to find another one. Oh, so this one I could see being true. A lot of people say that Kurt Cobain wrote that group Hole. Courtney Love, his ex-wife. They said that he wrote, like she pretty much stole the lyrics and to her album, that Hole record. It's called the band Hole, and that first album they did was really good. And like I can remember being that time because when I was in high school, Kurt Cobain was like Nirvana was the shit. Like Nirvana was it. There was hip hop and you know what I'm saying, but when they came out of that grunge, like brought that grunge scene like real hard, you know what I'm saying? It just came out of nowhere, like just the same way that gangster rap did and straight up the way that hip hop did. Like when Nirvana hit the scene, it was just did. When Smells Like, I mean, they was kicking it everywhere. But when Smells Like Teen Spirit hit, it went like worldwide. I mean, that changed the game, like for real. Because people were a lot of like used to hearing a lot of sad people for a minute, like when Pearl Jam was out, you know? Like they was good singers. I like Pearl Jam, but I mean, it was all like, you know, I'm still alive. And they could just slow shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? So even though I'm Still Alive was a good jam. Can't say nothing about that. But I'm just saying they were like slower music. And then like Smells Like Teen Spirit came out. I mean, like gangbusters, dude. It just hit everybody by storm. I mean, like people my age, we all went crazy. You know what I'm saying? And like Lala Palooza came, I think it was like in 94 or something like that. It was like the first one came to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? It was coming. You know what I'm saying? It came to, it used to be called Pine Knob. And a lot of us still call it Pine Knob. Now it's like, I don't even know what it is anymore. I think they changed the name again. I think it was like DTE Music Energy or DTE something. You know what I'm saying? But I still know it as Pine Knob. You know, it was the bomb. You know, it's like an outdoor concert stage. You got fucking seating in there, like layered bleacher seating in there, like a regular inside. Then you got a big ground level where it's like grassy hill and y'all can just chill out there with tents and not tents, but like blankets, chill out there and have a good ass time out there, man. It's a great place to have concerts. You know what I'm saying? So they brought Lala Palooza there. And man, was I excited because Nirvana was going to headline, you know? So Nirvana's supposed to headline this. And that was like I said, they were like my band, dude. Like me and my friends, like, I mean, a lot of people, like damn near our whole high school liked Nirvana. Even like people that like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter what color you was. Nirvana kicked some ass out there. You know what I mean? Believe it or not. Like everybody liked them. You know what I'm saying? It was cool as hell. That's why you see some pictures of him hanging with Biggie and there's some pictures with Pac or like him with rappers and shit like that. I mean, because he's probably a cool dude. I mean, I know he had a drug problem and he probably needed to get dope. But I mean, he still seemed like a cool dude. So I'll continue. No, I'm just kidding. And so they came here in 94 or whatever. I want to say it was 94. I'm pretty sure it was. And it was the very first concert that I camped out for concert tickets. It was an old ass music store. Yes, there was music stores that people bought CDs and shit. They didn't go there to buy downloads. You didn't go there with just stick your phone in a window and like just download some shit. You actually go in there, like I said, with the CDs, with the cool pictures. I mean, not what you see on their Instagrams. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they didn't put their lyrics on Instagram. So there. We still got a one up on that. But anyways, first concert I ever camped out for. Got permission. You know what I'm saying? So we went out there and we stayed out there. And then it was like super late. You know, we pretty much didn't even sleep. And my sister, one of my older sisters, she shows up and real early. And we just, walked over and just got in line. And like people just looked at us like, what the hell? What the hell is going on here? You know, and we just went up there and got in line. And it didn't even matter what position you were in line because they ended up doing this like number ball shit, like lottery shit. You know what I'm saying? They were doing like these number balls. We still got a good spot and we got what we wanted. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see Nirvana. We're going to see all these bands. And we were going to even see Nirvana's like their idol band, which was Sonic Youth, which was an awesome band too. There was so many bands we seen there. It was like a big festival. They had like, I think 3 stages or 2 stages. I want to say there was 2 stages. And like they used the whole like pine knob, DTE, whatever. And they had like mist tents, because it was super hot out. They had this thing like about the size of a football field, and you walk through, get misted and cooled off. They had food everywhere. They had bands set up. And I don't know if you guys ever heard of Luscious Jackson. They were a cool girl band. And they rocked out, man. They were like cool, funk, groovy, kind of good-ass music, man. It was my first time ever hearing them. And then I saw Sonic Youth live. And then where I'm coming to on this is like, coming back to Kurt Cobain. I was bummed because I didn't get to see him headline. That happened to be the time where he supposedly took his own life, which was another conspiracy about that too, where, some people believe that didn't happen, that he didn't do it, because of his habit was so strong that he would even have trouble carrying such an object to do such a task. You know what I mean? So we didn't get to see him. I was really bummed about that, but we did. They got replaced by Smashing Pumpkins, which was pretty good. They did a great job. Like I said, I seen so many bands there. I don't know if you guys are familiar with L7. Like there was just, man, it was just such a mixture of music. It was just awesome. You had hip hop music, you had rock, funk, alternative. Oh my gosh, metal. It was just so great, dude. Like, and it was just outdoors, indoors, and they had something for everybody. And it was just a great night, and I just wish I could have saw Kurt Cobain, because that would have been so great. It could be, like I said, that was my band when I was a young kid. But unfortunately, things happen the way they are. Some things we don't got control of, I guess, and it's a bummer about that. But, so yeah, that's, so then, he got married to Courtney Love, who had a band called Hole, which brought me back to this. And people say, her first album was awesome, but if you listen to the lyrics, it almost sounded like Kurt Cobain was singing, it almost sounded like Kurt Cobain's lyrics, you know what I mean? So a lot of people believe that, that conspiracy that her first album was, his lyrics, and she just pretty much took them when, he died. So I thought that was a little crazy. And then we get back to like, I'll bring it back to like the old school one, Elvis. You know what I'm saying? Like they say Elvis faked his death. You hear for years when I was a kid, even when I was a youngster, man, and I'm an older gentleman myself, you know what I'm saying? I hit the 40 mark, you know what I'm saying? And so I would remember as a kid that everybody be saying that they see Elvis everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Elvis saw, over here, and he looks over here, and it was messed up because every time they seen him, they said he was like an older fat dude. Like Elvis can't just like, I mean, I guess like it's a new era now. Like everybody's about fit, more people are about fitness, or more people about more self-awareness, I guess you could say. And so yeah, I would hear all these stories about you. He ain't dead. You see Elvis, or like we had this magazine called National Enquirer. I wish that magazine was still out. I tried to find it online. You could see like old episodes, and they changed it now. And Men in Black brought it up because they say you could tell the truth. There used to be some wild stories in there, like the Bat Boy. There was like a baby bat. You know what I'm saying? I brought it up before in an older episode. And there's like there was this weird stuff. Like man, takes skin, like weird shit like that. Takes human skin suit, and president meets with aliens, and like they got crazy shit in there, man. And that Bat Boy baby thing. That was like a few episodes, man. Like he hit the mark, man. They were like, that Bat Boy was busy back then when I was a kid. Like that boy was hitting like about 4 to 5 episodes. They had like updates on like different episodes of National Enquirer back then. I wish they would bring that one back right now because shit is crazy now. Like the conspiracy theories was like in a magazine. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was like every fucking month, like bam, bam, or every week, I think. They were dropping a new one. And it was just wild stories, man, that people would report. They'd be like, no, that ain't going in the local free press. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going into Wall Street in the WSJ. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to put it in there. So that's what that magazine was for. I thought it was a cool outlet. You know what I mean? And you would find all the craziest shit in there. Like I said, a lot of Elvis sightings, UFO things and alien things and like weird mutants and weird deformity things and like weird stuff. Like there was just like, it would just lock you in. Like weird stuff. You know what I mean? Like man fell asleep for... like the Tommy Lee Jones story in Men in Black, like man fell asleep for like 40 years and he wakes up, you know what I'm saying? And like all kinds of crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? Time travel stories to weird shit, like vampires are real. They would say shit like that, like vampire caught on a camera or victims, found from a vampire with vampire bites. You know what I mean? Like crazy shit. Like Dracula was kicking it back then. I think Dracula might have made vampires made a couple episodes too. It was a lot of fun. Y'all missed out on that one. They should have bring that one back, because or somebody should try to get the rights to that and try to look for, because I'm sure people will dump them stories all over your lap. You know what I'm saying? You see what they do for them funny accidents. People just getting hurt and can't wait to send it to ridiculousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, take this, take it. And they tell you in the commercial, don't send us shit. Everybody sends them shit. They're lying. You know what I'm saying? They're telling you that, but they're winking. You know what I mean? Like, don't send us nothing. And I mean, send them everything. You know what I mean? That means do the work for them and they'll just play it or something. So yeah, Elvis faked his death, and they even said that Jim Morrison did it. And I liked the Doors. I don't really know too much about Jim Morrison, but I remember like he was a big deal when we were kids too. Even he was already dead and all that stuff, or not dead. And but everybody was all about it because people were into hallucinogenics and, you know, having those experimental, you know, parties and things like that. So the Doors were a part of it, Pink Floyd and all them kind of bands, you know. But yeah, so there's a story about Jim Morrison too. They say that he faked his own death as well. There was a lot of musicians that supposedly done it. Excuse me. And then there's some other ones where people just vanish out of nowhere. You know what I mean? But another one, let's see, who else? Who else was another one they think that faked their deaths? They think that Tupac's alive. You know? I was a big fan of Tupac. Tupac was awesome. You know, I'm sure he's a favorite of a lot of people. Him and Biggie, you know what I mean? They hit the scene and unfortunate events happened there. Or they didn't. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because could that be their ticket out? I mean, the dude had a lot of trouble with the government more than just the police. You know what I mean? They was doing big things. Same with Biggie, because Biggie was a big time hustler. I've seen videos of him recording in the studio, still pushing bags, man. Pushing bags like right between takes. My man giving him knots and he's handing out work. You know what I'm saying? While making his album. You know what I mean? So he probably had government issues too. And you never know, man. Those guys could have got a way out. They could have did this little smooth ass move. I mean, because it's kind of crazy the way those guys were rolling. They always had a big group. And for that, you know how they said they had like 100 cars with them dudes. You know what I'm saying? But nobody saw nothing. And then you're in Las Vegas. I'm sure there's surveillance cameras all over Las Vegas. Las Vegas probably had cameras all over the ship way before everybody's got the cameras all over shit now. You know, they was probably the innovators. That was like the practice spot. That was the guinea pig spot. You know what I mean? Like people just keep coming, huh? And they know, but they keep coming. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't see nothing on all the cameras all of a sudden. You know what I mean? So that part's kind of weird to me when you hear them stories. So you never know. And there's like those autopsy photos. You've seen pictures of Pac. And then people are saying, no, it ain't real. That's not real at all. You know what I'm saying? So you never know, man. People are slick with that. People get pretty slick. They get pretty slick. Oh, just like when you pop off on the internet and they say somebody, just random celebrity died. And then everybody's got to go look it up. And then they see that it wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? Them guys would be jumping off and just like locking people in. But yeah, they believe that Tupac, there was even people that rapped, even Eminem had a verse where he said like people, because there was rumors about him being in Cuba and stuff like that. Some people got pictures. There was some pictures of somebody in the Middle East somewhere. I might have been Dubai. Like, I'm not sure. But it was some picture like recently. Like, I want to say like 2018 or 17 around there. And it was like a picture or video of him out there. Some dude that looked just like him. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. You know, like all the people that jump on them crazy, you know, did they do it? Did they not do it? You know what I'm saying? Did it happen? Did it not happen? That's why, like I said, after all these stories, that's why I had to, you know, shut my internet off. Because like I said, there was shit popping off like crazy. Like it was going nuts, man. I didn't even know what to fucking, what to look up. You know what I mean? So they're even saying, here's another one. I'll share a couple more with you. You know, about Marilyn Monroe even. They said that Marilyn Monroe wasn't, they said that she was supposedly killed by the CIA. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's just nuts. You know what I'm saying? Or how about the Bruce Lee story? You know, you see the story about Bruce Lee. They say that supposedly he did a movie and he supposedly was going to do a scene, and just like his son passed, rest in peace to both of them. I guess he was doing the movie scene just like his son did, and supposedly a bullet killed him, and that's how people said he thought he died. But I guess Chuck Norris was there, like personally there, and a lot of people that were there, and they say that that's not what happened. And that was a big conspiracy, saying like how they both died the same way. And they say that he supposedly took like a painkiller and had allergic reaction and his brain swelled, and that happened. So I don't know what they want to say, because that's what Chuck Norris claims. Chuck Norris claims that he got sick from a pill, like the pill messed him up. He got allergic reaction to it. And then you hear about some producer didn't like him, or some shit didn't like him, or some people didn't like him. They say it was like the Chinese, some like secret Chinese, like some like society, you know, like in the movie where they try to do those remakes. They didn't want him teaching his kung fu or his martial arts. I don't know if his was kung fu. I mean, he did talk about kung fu, but if when they do those Ip Man movies, Ip Man, that other martial art movies, supposedly the man who taught him, his martial arts isn't kung fu. His is I forget what they called it, but his is something else. So Bruce Lee probably did a combination of both, you know, of his martial art mixed it with kung fu. You know what I mean? Who knows? But apparently that was one of the rumors too, that secret society or that secret foundation or federation of whatever they protect these martial arts didn't want him teaching like Americans the techniques and stuff of the ancients or whatever, you know. So there's some wild ones, man. There's this one I never even heard of till that I was, like I said before, I threw my all my computer devices away because I had to push them away because it was like locking me into crazy shit. There's even one about Paul Walker. You know what I'm saying? It's like they won't just let nobody have like an honorable, peaceful way out sometimes. You know what I mean? Like if this is true or not, like I said, these are just entertainment. I mean, they wrote them and they're just fun, but I mean, it's still messing with somebody's like credibility or something. You know what I mean? Or their life, something about their name. Like you don't want to damage somebody's like family name or something, you know? Because there's still people around that got to deal with that stuff. So anyways, I feel like this is the one with Paul Walker. I don't know if you guys heard about this one, but they say that he was working with some kind of foundation that was helping less fortunate people in like, I don't know if it was like, I know it was in other countries. I don't know if it was here, but from what I was reading, it was about something that went to like some foundation that helped the Philippines. And according to this, there was like, they say that he heard that they were putting some kind of like poison and some kind of stuff that they were giving to the Philippine people to like make them like infertile or sterile or something like that, like to make them so they can't reproduce or something weird. And so they saying that he found out about that and wanted to pull out of that foundation or maybe take his money with him. I don't know. And they believe that was all a setup for that. Isn't that wild? It's just wild how they would just like bring that up on somebody's name. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucked up to me. It's just crazy. Cheers, humans. Like I said, if you're with me here still, please hit that like button and hit me with a subscription. I'd appreciate that. And don't forget to hit that notification button. But yeah, like I said, man, those were some crazy conspiracies that were going around, man. There's so many of them, man. It's like Eazy-E. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want to hear this crazy one? I don't know if you guys heard about this one, about John Lennon. Rest in peace. You know how he was shot, right? Well, they say this conspiracy, I was like, man, I had to go all in on this one real quick. I almost forgot about that real quick. Good thing I remembered. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. So I'll pose. I was about to I'll miss some letters. You know what I'm saying? I'm missing letters, people. Help me out, humans. My human functions are malfunctioning. No, I'm just kidding. So anyways, they say John Lennon was killed by Stephen King. Yeah, they say it was Stephen King that did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, really? So they say the guy Chapman, the one who supposedly was busted for it. I don't know if he busted for it or what happened after that. They called him what is in quotations as a paid patsy. Hired to take the fall for Lennon's real murderer, which was Stephen King. So the argument made on the Lennon Murder Truth.com. Shout out to y'all, because this is where I had to go and read this cool ass story, dude. And you guys kind of go a little more depth, but I'm just going to give you a little short version. You know what I'm saying? But a good job out there. You know what I'm saying? To the Lennon Murder Truth.com. See what people are doing? You know what I'm saying? They just got these like people are like looking out information for things like this, and I appreciate all your work. So let me get on with that. So they say this guy Chapman that was supposedly took the blame for this was a paid patsy for Stephen King. So these guys say that Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, and King, Martin Luther King maybe? I don't know. They don't say that all the way. So they say they conspired to kill peace-loving rock legend, and the evidence is the government codes printed in newspapers and magazines showing John Lennon singing with that Chapman guy in the background. So who knows, man? They say that it looks kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? There's a lot of crazy stories, like, but Stephen King, you know what I'm saying? That's just wild, man. It's just nuts. That's nuts. Or how about that dude, what is it? What's his name? I forget what his name was, but he was the host of the Gong Show. And they said that guy, Rick Barry, maybe? Not Chuck Berry, not the guitar player. But he hosted this show a long time ago from the Gong Show. And they even made a movie on this, man. It was a pretty good movie if you like that kind of stuff. It was a wild movie. Apparently, he was the host of the Gong Show, and he was also like an assassin for the CIA. Tell me that ain't wild. You know what I'm saying? That's just wild, you know? Wild. So, well, I guess I got a little sports vent for you guys. I'm going to do a little quick sports vent, and then I'm going to share you guys, I got this this new segment I got. It's 9 stories that made the year 2020. But before I get to that, hit that like button to hit me with a subscription. First of all, no, I'm just kidding. But before I get to that, I'm going to hit you with a little sports vent. Hockey starts tomorrow, and it's awesome. You know, it's going to be a short season. NBA started, short season. We'll see what happens. My team's got a lot of young players now. Like I said, they made some moves. We'll see what happens. I mean, all you can do is hope. I mean, they're just going to grow now. Let's see how they develop. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not that good right now, but they're still a lot more entertaining to watch to me because they are young kids. And you'd be like, oh, man, he schooled my man, or he took it. Or you can kind of see, like, where their mindset is, like a type of player they're going to be. Kind of. You know, you can kind of tell that when you watch. If you're a sports fan like myself, you can kind of see that in some players. You know, oh, this guy's a bust. This guy ain't got it. You know what I mean? You can kind of tell. Like a guy that'll be around or whatever. You know what I mean? So anyways, they look pretty good. It was going all right. Playoffs in the football, NFL is going on. And, of course, my Lions ain't in there. But you never know. I mean, there's better things in the horizon. You know, like I said, we're going to rebuild the team up, getting a new coach, new GM. Stafford's still going to be here. And like I said, let them finish out here, but we do got to get a quarterback, man. We do. And let them get the ways, man. Let them learn and get some little, you know, let them get some experience behind a veteran and then let them take over. You know what I mean? I'm excited about to see what happens in the offseason. I'm super excited. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm kind of excited about hockey too because local legend Steve Yzerman, which I'm sure you guys all know, he managed the Tampa Bay Lightning to some Stanley Cups, but he was also a player here in Detroit Red Wings and like physically won some Stanley Cups. You know what I'm saying? He did it from playing. It was awesome, man. Anyways, he's back leading our team. He's like a manager. I think he's a general manager. So he put together some young players, and I'm just anxious to see what these guys are looking like too. They might not be that good, like I'm saying, like the Pistons are, but it's really entertaining to watch. Like I said, I'm going to see the mindset and the development of some of these young players and see what happens. So that's where I'm at right now on those. And of course, I'm going to bring up Mr. Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? He's got that rematch with Dustin Poirier. And, dude, I think it's going to be a good fight, man, because you haven't seen Conor in a while since the Cerrone fight. And you really didn't get to see some Conor because, I mean, you did see Conor. It was a quick fight. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, I just wanted to see some of his, you know, because it looked like when you see a lot of their training before all these fights, even whether it's boxing, UFC, or whatever sport, you know, even the playoffs in, like, basketball and NFL, sometimes they'll show some training camps, some practices, you know what I'm saying? Or if you have the app of the team, you can see, like, their practice little clips and shit like that. So it's kind of neat, you know what I'm saying? So we're just, like I said, I'm just excited to see these young dudes develop, and let's get it going. You know what I mean? But like I said, the football playoffs are going on. I saw the Pittsburgh Steelers get mollywopped. I don't even know when it's a while since you guys heard that word. But that's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Shout out to Will Smith. But anyways, they got mollywopped. They got beat bad. Like Ben Roethlisberger sitting on the bench like this. When it's 28-0 in the first quarter. It was like watching like the Lions, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's still my team. I still support my teams. They're not good, you know what I mean? And I know one time we're gonna be, and I'm just probably like that's the only thing I'm gonna have to hang on it is that one time. You know what I'm saying? But it will be that one time, and I will take it. Whenever that fucking time is, I'm gonna take that damn time, and it'll be awesome, and I will cherish it. So, anyways, the playoffs were going on. It's getting a little crazy. There's some more games going on. I think they start tomorrow night. For Thursday Night Football, and I'm excited, man, just to get to the Super Bowl. A lot of people are picking the Cleveland Browns. Surprised the shit out of me. I did not think that to happen. I did not expect that to happen because the Steelers started hot. It was like the last undefeated team all year, you know what I mean? And then fucking just like hit the pooper all of a sudden. Like Ben Roethlisberger done lost the burger. You know what I mean? Like he done lost some kind of burger. I don't know. But like, I mean, I didn't mean to jump off all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the NFL playoffs. But I was talking about Conor McGregor and them guys. I can't wait for that fight. Like I said, we didn't really get to gauge his performance. And those guys are coming up. The fight's coming up real soon. And it's going to be a good fight, I think. They fought good time. Conor beat him. I watched the last fight, and Conor beat him pretty quick. So we'll see about that. Like I said, I jumped around on those sports, and I'm still going to do it one more time. Because there was one more sport that I started watching when I picked back my computer. After I turned it away from all that crazy conspiracy stuff, like that was just blowing my mind, or even like I'm watching a regular video and they were dropping all that, Pope gets arrested, Donald Trump's got fucking Uzis and he's fucking armed and we're going everywhere, you know what I'm saying? He's taking over the world. Like just shit was just popping up. I just had to take a break, like I said. But when I picked it back up, I'm like, I need to watch something different. And yes, I did say I watched some cartoon movies and shit. But before the cartoon movies, I went down a mini rabbit hole of bare knuckle fights. Those bare knuckle brawls. The sanctioned ones, like the ones that are in the ring, not the ones in the backyard with like Kimbo and them dudes. These are like new ones that happen like Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang, I was like, these guys are crazy. And like their bodies are in good shape, but their bodies look different than like a UFC fighter and a fucking boxer. Excuse me. Because they're like forearms, they're like their bone structure, like it just looks different. Like, because they're getting hit with bare knuckles. I know the UFC gloves are little small gloves and whatnot, but it's fucking crazy. Those gloves are nuts. Like, they're no gloves. They just tape their wrists up so your wrists don't like bend crazy. So they've got this part taped up. You can't have nothing up here, but you got to have your wrist just supported. And these guys just bang. But like I said, their body structure, their bones, man, like they look like they might be like crouched or whatever, but their bones are probably like steel. Like I said, you probably hit one of them guys and they'll block with their forearm or something. And that thing will probably hurt a normal person's hand that ain't been hitting their bones a lot for that, whatever that sport is. You know what I'm saying? So I went down the rabbit hole of this bare knuckle stuff. Women, men, it is just nuts, man. Shout out to y'all, man, because wow. Like, ouch. There's no kicking, no grappling. Y'all are just using your hands, and it's just bare knuckles, bang, bang, bang. And wow, like I said, it was just very gruesome, but it was entertaining, and it got to the point. There was no mystery there. You know what I'm saying? No mystery there what the object was, if you ask me. There was none at all. There was nothing left to the imagination. You know what they came to do. and it was great. It was great and awful and crazy at the same time, if that makes sense. It was just like, why did I do that? Then you're like, rewind that real quick. I missed that one while I was freaking out. You know what I mean? It was one of those kind of wormholes. You know what I'm saying? And with that said, I've come to one of these things. Like I said, I was told you guys I would bring you. It's called 9 Stories That Made 2020 You May or May Not Have Heard of. But I'm here to bring them to you and share them with you. So bear with me, humans. And if you haven't heard it or you have, darn it. But I'm going to share them anyways. So 9 stories that made the year 2020 that you may or may not have heard of. like and subscribe. All right. So the name of this number one topic. The number one topic's name. Numero uno. No, numero uno. Sorry, y'all. I just like to have fun with that. So anyways, bass. How low can you go? So, I don't know, man. This one's a little risque. Maybe I can't share this one. This one could get me in trouble. Maybe I'll go to the next one. Okay. This one's a little no, I'm just kidding. So, a Lebanese news channel reported that a pre-military group entered someone's home and there was a band playing, and when they left, there was some guy hiding, I guess some criminal. There was they made some band show. It was like some band showed up at some prison where they kept this like big time criminal. I don't know who this guy is. Carlos Gazan or something like that, maybe. I think that's how you say his name. Gazan. Maybe the S might be silent. Maybe I can help you with this pan thing. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, this dude was a criminal. And, well, he had a big name. I think his first name was Nissan. When Nissan's Carlos Gazan. I don't know. It was like some prison, like a house arrest or something in Japan. I think that's what it was in Japan. Was it? It looks like something like that. So anyways, there was a band there, some kind of it says paramilitary group. They entered the home to perform or something. I don't know. I guess the dude was some big time dude, had money, but he's on lockdown. But he still got money, so he could still do things. You know what I'm saying? He could still make things happen. You know what I'm saying? So he had this band come in, supposedly. And so these guys come in, and they had this guy playing a double bass. Like, I don't know if it was a big stand-up bass. They called it a double bass. I'm going to have to look at what that is. And so, because I'm just now learning guitar. Me and my son just started learning. You know, we're beginners, so we're getting there. You know what I'm saying? We're a couple chords in, y'all. Be patient. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, so they got this band in this guy's house, and supposedly the guy said he was playing a double bass with this band. And supposedly they snugged my man out of his house arrest or whatever he was held in prison for through the bass, and he got out. Like, they put him in that case of the guitar. It's double bass guitar, whatever. And he was a little, no disrespect, but I think he was Asian. So I think he was like a little dude. Like I said, no disrespect, but I think that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? No hate. I'm just trying to translate the story. You know what I mean? Because they put him in a little guitar case and they got him out of there. They said it was a double bass guitar, so it was kind of a bigger case. You know what I'm saying? For a smaller individual. And I thought this other one was kind of funny. They say that Madonna saved Europe. Yes, Madonna. They say they were going through some, trying to make some kind of, raise money for some telethon. I forget what it was for. It was like, I don't know. I think it was like a coronavirus money or some kind of relief bill. And they were just trying to raise some money for it. And I guess she made some kind of tweet on her social media. And just that one tweet, or I don't know if it was Twitter or whatever. I don't even know. Because, you know, them guys are being crazy right now. They're being a little crazy right now. No, just kidding. But they supposedly, I think she did something on her social media, one of those platforms. And it made them raise like a bunch of money. Like, it raised them a bunch of money, man. Like millions of dollars, you know, translated American money. And it helped them out. You know, it helped out that cause just from one little thing on her post. You know what I'm saying? Just made all that happen. So they say that Madonna saved Europe. And that was another story that made 2020. Here's another one. Like I said, no hate. These are just for entertainment. I don't mean to offend anyone. So please be enjoyed, humans. Ice cream makes you gay. That's what I said. The name of this topic is ice cream that makes you gay. Let me fill you in on this. Meanwhile, you know something's bad when it starts this way as I read this with you guys. Meanwhile, it's almost like a comic, you know, like a comic in you know, illustrated comic, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, at the Batcave. Meanwhile, in Russia, it was 1959 According to a former member of a Russian parliament and a current head of the Union of Women, ice cream called Rainbow should be banned because it promotes homosexuality. I can't say this name, but I will try it. Etirna Lakova told President Vladimir Putin, accustomed to the LGBTQ community, the rainbow-colored flag, that they were promoting these colors in advertisement of the rainbow, and they thought that eating this stuff was like that it would transform you and make you conform to like make you gay. I guess that's what they're saying. It's really weird. They thought like it was influencing children and doing all this crazy shit. So I don't know, man. Ice cream. I don't think makes you gay. I enjoy ice cream. I mean, unless you describe it like the super happy definition, meaning of happy and excited and being full of energy, gay, then yeah, it does. But if you're talking about the other one that people get offended, the proper way or the homosexual way, then it doesn't do that. I disagree. But if it's the other definition, I do agree. Make sense? I hope so. I'll get on to the next one. And the next topic, don't get afraid when I say this, okay? Just bear with me. Demon sperm. So you all remember that one doctor, that came out and she was saying that we used alien DNA and it was bad for us and all that stuff. Well, she was the one that came out and said that we were using all these weird practices that we don't know about to the public, and that she called they were having sex with witches, or the word was shagging witches, demons in the dream world, which they were using and collecting demon sperm that would cure ailments. They would use it for medical purposes. And that was another story that made the year 2020, and I will continue on that one. I'll keep that one short. Like I said, I don't want to get, I don't know. That was just kind of weird. You know what I mean? That one gave me weirdness. That one gave me that weird, like, what the hell did I just say? But it was weird. That's what they were talking about, this doctor. Remember her? Stella Emanuel? When she stood on the steps of the U.S. Supreme Court and proclaimed that nobody needs to get sick, that the virus has a cure, and they were talking about that medicine that, I can't even say it. And, and then she was talking about the spiritual husbands and spiritual wives and demon sperm. So that was another story that made the year 2020. And there's 9 of them. So let me get to number 5. I'm just taking the crab for a walk. That's right, humans. I'm just taking the crab for a walk. So when we were locked down, people were confused and needed some things to do. And in Spain and like other parts of the country, people were hiring services and creating businesses to walk whatever. And apparently people were walking goats, chickens, dogs, cats, birds if you want. You know what I mean? And they even tried potbelly pigs, crabs. People were walking people's crabs. Not the STD crabs, but like the crabs. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that fucking, man, not the STD ones. Not even this one. The crabs in the ocean, y'all. Like the ocean crabs. And people overseas in another country like Spain and other places was, walking everything. It's wild. That is wild. So, if you want to walk anything, you got any, bearded dragons, lizards, scorpions, pet goldfish, you could walk them during these restrictions. So people were trying to get creative. We had to. Everybody got creative, man. Everybody had to do a lot of crazy stuff last year. You know what I'm saying? It just caught us off guard. And like I said, it was one of those wake-up calls, I guess you could call it. You know what I mean? So, let me get on with number 6 of the stories, 9 stories that made 2020 that you may or may not have heard of. Now let me get number 6. I don't know if I pronounced this right, but I will try. Okay? It's like Ghent. Is it Ghent? It's not. I don't know if it's Gent. So I don't know what that means. Oh, I think it's a country or maybe it's a state or a country. So I'm going to pronounce it as Ghent. So the name of this one is Ghent is shit. That's right, humans. Ghent or Gent is shit. However it's pronounced. But that's how it's spelled. Ghent. It had such an impact to the people of Ghent or Gent or Gahent. I don't know how to say it. They were literally shitting themselves. So it's in Belgium. It's a city in Belgium. This Belgian city, slightly less appealing because of wild cackers in the summer with public toilets closed down because of the pandemic. Many people who were caught short simply relieved themselves in the great outdoors. Locals kicked up stink. The city's ombudsman, Hella Nightingale, told, I can't say that dude's name, Newsbod, I think that's how you say it, Newsbod. They told Newsbod that during the lockdown there appeared to be great shortage of classic toilets that resulted of wild poop. So people, just started shitting everywhere because I guess they had public toilets everywhere and people was taking them. I'm not that quick to go shit in a public toilet. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not. Like, I'll think about it. Like, I mean, even if a place is clean, how clean is it? You know what I mean? Like, look what's happening now. You know what I'm saying? So how clean really is it? That's all I got to say. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, how clean is it? I don't really trust the public one. So, I mean, it's something I will avoid if I can. And I don't care if it's number 1 or number 2. I mean, number 1, I'm sure. Like, but for a woman, you still have to sit down. So I'm just saying, like, public restrooms are just not my favorite. You know what I mean? So, I guess this one's called The Orgy We've All Craved. Okay, let me repeat that one more time. The orgy that we have all craved. I don't know how many people crave one. But I mean, if that's your thing, then maybe this is interesting for you. It was entertaining to me, but it's not really that's not my thing. So, we all needed a cheering up after this last year. And I agree. That's why I wanted to share this one with you. It was number 9, but I'm going to share it right now. Because I just thought we would enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Who cares about fucking 7 and 8? I don't. So, I'm bringing you right now. Just skipped them and bringing you the orgy that we've all craved. You know what I mean? To hell with all those 9 stories right now. Because I'm bringing you number 9. Okay? I just skipped them. I might jump back. I could be like, fuck, maybe I should do it. But my conscience ain't there right now. Right now, it's number 9. I'm bringing it. The orgy we've all craved. So here we go. So like I said, we all needed a cheering up from this last year. It's been a little wild. I am not going to say this guy's name, but he is Hungarian, but I am not going to try that. I want to say it's Josef. That's as far as I'll go as Josef. Okay? Along with more than 20 acquaintances were caught with their pants down and locked down busting sex party in the center of Brussels in December. Breaking the lockdown is bad enough when your far-right politician history cracking down on the LGBTQI rights are caught at a gay orgy. The irony meter goes through the roof, according to this article. So, they say here, clearly realizing the consequences when they came knocking on the door, they climbed out of the window. He actually shimmied down a drain pipe. And he had a backpack, according to prosecutors, full of narcotics. So he was partying. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. So they had this huge orgy in where? In somewhere in some Hungarian country, Brussels, and it was wild. They said it was more than 20 people during the lockdown where people are supposed to be separated and social distancing and stuff like that. When you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that at all. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to do it wrong, I mean, I guess like if you're going to do it, might as well do it right, right? Like when you was a kid and you weren't supposed to do something at home or your mom or whatever told you you're grounded or don't do this and don't do that, but yet you go and do it, then you or somebody or maybe you're like one of your friends or one of your older siblings or somebody, some kind of bad influence maybe talks you into doing it anyway, you know, and you go do it, right? And then they say, well, you already did it, so you're already going to get grounded. Might as well live it up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So what if that happens? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just crazy stuff going on. That's why I had to put the internet down. And then I picked it back up. And then I put it back down. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess, let's see what I got here. Apparently, some dude made some big scheme and he was going to sell shirts and stuff like that, saying that Donald Trump was going to go somewhere. Apparently, he was going to go to some other country. And so he was made all these shirts and made all this big deal and had the media all crazed. And like he never showed up. It was fake. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a big old hoax. And this dude like pulled off a big old crazy thing, like I said. And when I bring it back to like why I had to set the computer down, because the things like these, like I said, people go out of their way to make these awesome. They do a lot of work. Like I said, I do appreciate the work. I do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome and it's entertaining. But some of these things right now, with everybody being so sensitive, can kind of go a little derailed. You know what I mean? They can go a little crazy. You know what I mean? So another story. If I could just like replace the two that I missed, you know what I'm saying? Like another story that made 2020 would have to be the Tiger King. You know what I mean? That dude took everybody by storm. If you wasn't watching it, you ended up watching it. I think The Bachelor did some of that shit too. But like Tiger King was one of the stories that made 2020. I mean, that him and Baskins and all that crazy stuff that was going on, that took everybody by storm. I enjoyed it. I'm sure you did. Everybody did. Whether you didn't watch it, you knew all about it because a lot of people around you was talking about it. You know what I mean? And I didn't even see The Bachelor and I know all about The Bachelor. You know what I mean? Because the people by me that watch it will give you the whole rundown of the whole shimmy down. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, Tiger King, took everybody by storm. A lot of those crazy documentaries, a lot of them shows. And then during the lockdown, a lot of crazy things, a lot of crazy shows. People were like binging like everything, them streaming networks were loving it because like people were just like locking down. They had to hire some people back. Like, hey man, I know we're locked down, but we got to do something. You know what I'm saying? Because they watched everything. You know what I'm saying? We watched it all and we need more, And speaking of that, there is something I'm really excited to see. I spoke on it, I don't know, man. It was like a bunch of episodes ago. I'm going to say like maybe almost 20 ago or something like that. But there was a show that's coming out this month, at the end of this month, I think the 25th or 27th, right around there on Sci-Fi Channel. And it was called Alien 7. But now, since we saw the pilot trailers and stuff like that, they show little clips. They got like a 15-minute clip of the episode now, which is pretty cool. The first one was called Alien 7. And there was like a 7-minute clip, and now there's like a 15-minute clip or whatever. Well, they changed the title. Now the title's called Resident Alien, and it's the same show. They're showing more little clips of the season. Looks like they got some more stuff put together. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, it looks really entertaining. Like when you see the trailer and those 2 snippet clips, I mean, it'll lock you in if you're into that kind of show. Like, and it's going to be on Sci-Fi, so you don't really, if you have like local cable or whatever streaming service you have. If you can get Sci-Fi, I think you can probably watch it if you get the apps and stuff like that. I'm excited to see it if you're into like I said, it looked really great. The clips that I seen had me glued in. You know what I mean? They locked me in to make me watch. So if it sucks, at least I can watch those episodes I saw in those trailers because those ones actually look good. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm all about the alien stuff because I think it's about to go down. You know what I mean? I feel like there's nothing else left. There ain't nothing left. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, there's really not much left. There ain't nothing really, no other direction we can let it go. So yeah, I'm really excited about that show. I think it's going to be pretty good. I want to say it's the 25th. I don't know. Like today's, yeah. So like today's what, Wednesday. So I think they said the 25th, and I think it's going to be a good show. I think you guys might enjoy it if, like I said, if you're into that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's all I got, man. And if you guys like this episode, hit me with a like and subscription. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget, turn on that notification so you don't miss an episode. And I drop an episode every Wednesday and Saturday. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans! See ya.